second time I read it, which is when I joined the Broadway company. Prior to the tour, I was a swing for a very brief, like 7 weeks. Um, and yeah, I think the book has a density that you can't really, with any adaptation, right? Like taking a book and adapting it to the stage, you have to find the distillation that sort of works. So in going back and reading the book, you find the nuggets and the through lines to sort of inform yourself a little bit more about some interesting animal facts that you kind of lose. But to fully answer your question, there's a story that sort of percolates in my mind. Where I grew up in London, Kentucky, it's a very small town in southeastern Kentucky. I grew up in a mostly white Baptist community, but we had a small pocket of a Muslim community and a reasonably thriving Hindu community there as well. So we had this trifecta of faith that I grew up in, and it's so fascinating to know that there are so many people in each of those domains that are huge just teachers in my life and very very near and dear family friends. And so when I reflect on Pi and his experience of growing up as this finding himself in a multi-faith belief system, I find myself calling back to those memories of where I grew up, how I grew up. And so that was sort of part of my process too, is like pulling from something that I already knew really well and finding a new sort of reverence for that. And in terms of the physicality, my movement discipline, what Anna was discussing before, I did a lot of sports growing up, but for me, parkour has been one of my biggest loves and influences and teachers, and kind of perfect for the show, for the kind of dexterity and agility you need to like move around with precision. The show is really, it's such a gift in that there have been very few things that have allowed me to bring mind, body, and spirit from all aspects of my life together in such a profound way. That answers your question.